we've been doing something new recently. New from my end, I would say. I did a series about undergraduate degree in Malta. Then I've started that series. Like, what I do is I will talk about the benefits of coming to study undergraduate in Malta, and then how probably you can journey it through. If in case your aim is to come and study and find someone else for your master's program, if you don't intend to stay for a longer period, like you don't want to stay here for long. So I was like, I started something I called undergraduate in Malta, from Malta to another part of the world, probably in Europe. It could be any part of the world. So we did journey through from BSc from Malta to Ireland. I did BSc from Malta to Switzerland. Then I want to do that of another country now. Let's talk about this country, BSc in Malta to Sweden. This actually came as a request from one subscriber, and I choose to honor it because it was also what I intend to do, like the next phase. So, BSc in Malta to Sweden, it is, if I would consider it, one of the easiest, I don't use the word beautiful, one of the lovely options you can go for. Now, for sure, I know maybe we'll do another series about that. All right, we'll do another series about that. Minimum wage in Sweden. Of course, we know that all these four, correct me if I'm wrong, four Scandinavian countries, or what they call them, which is the Sweden, Norway, the Denmark, and the Finland. They are very, very rich economically. So living there, making funds, having a very standard of living, it's not something you will really be lacking when you get to those countries. They are really doing well. It's just that they are language countries as well, so you should be prepared. They also will not joke with their language for undergraduate programs, so you should be prepared to at least learn their language, the basic knowledge of it, so you can integrate into the system easily. All right. But the beauty of this Sweden is that Sweden, among all these countries, happens to be one of them that has both BSc, masters options, like plenty of options, many options for both BScs and masters program done in English. Yes, they have options for most. They have programs that are done and taught in English for undergraduates as well as masters. That's the beauties of that of the Sweden, right? And the second option is that for now, among the current countries you can go to for family package, if you're looking at relocating with your family at the same time, among these three, among the available easiest country to relocate to with your family, Sweden happens to be on top. Now, it wouldn't have been Sweden, it would have definitely been Austria. Okay, Austria would have been the easiest in terms of the cost. That's what the essence of Austria is all about. Austria seems to be the most affordable for me, judging from the angle. Austria seems to be the most affordable family package you can look at. Because even other countries where people come and tell you that this country is tuition free, this country is does this country is that, most of them really would not allow you to come with your family on study. But Austria allows you both undergraduate and masters, PhD, whatever program you're going for, you can actually relocate with your family. Austria would have been the leading one. All right. Now, the challenge of the Austria is that the issues of getting an appointment for people coming from West Africa, like Nigerians, or these other countries, to verify and legalize your document has been why people are finding it difficult to get into Austria easily. There are some courses you can pick. I also know that maybe with time, also send me a comment. We'll be explaining that together. There are some courses like when you're on scholarship, and there are this hospitality school as well. It's not cheap. It's kind of, you'll be looking around 7,000-8,000 per semester, 7,000-8,000 euro per semester. Those schools that are that expensive or so may not subject you to this legalization process. Okay, mostly like the hospitality program, and those, whenever you are under scholarship, you might not go through that phase of legalization. But if you're trying to go through that affordable means, where you're paying 300 and something euro, when you're paying 700 and something euro, you have to really do all this legalization, because these are more of government institutions, like they're not really like private. So you need to go through those process. So that's why. But if you now want to talk about the next one where you don't go through a lot of hustle and bustling to apply for admissions, all those processes. Sweden happens to be the easiest, the number one. You can just go to, once the portal is open, you pay your application fee, you select the numbers of schools you want to select, and then wait for your admissions to come out. Once your admission is out, you go to the next page, start processing your visa. So Sweden don't do legalization, and Sweden can go with family, both for undergraduate and masters. Now, what I'm now saying is that BSc from Malta to Sweden, you can still try to even go to Sweden directly from your own country with your BSc. The process, I think it is, Sweden should be kind of exemptional because it doesn't have any kind of limitation why you have to come to Malta first to do your BSc. So you can actually just choose to do your BSc straight in Sweden and then go with your family at once. Pay your application fee and all those stuff and pay the tuition fee thereabout, and then you start your journey straight, put your family in the package. They can join you, or you ask them to wait maybe 1 year after and go. Now, the reason why I will still put it, or why I'm saying it, it's one of the easiest and simplest. Because if you come to Malta for your BSc program, one, Malta is an English-speaking country by official. One of their language is English, so and two, for that reason, if those of you that are coming from West African countries, Nigerians, those of you that are like coming from countries where you speak English, yeah, Malta will be easy for you to integrate into the system faster, and you'll get a job, start paying your tuitions and all those stuff. For sure, I know minimum wage in Malta cannot be the same with that of Sweden. But the fact is that once you if you want me to also look into that, want us to talk about the cost of living, all those things, probably drop that in the comment section. We'll look at that together. But the beauty is that once you know you are not sure yet, if you have to start the admission process straight up from your countries to Sweden, you can choose to come to Malta because Malta is a little bit flexible compared to Sweden in terms of admission, because Malta also has cheap programs, like they have affordable schools you can actually do from the graduate stage. They really have affordable schools. I have found that one out, and I've been doing it one or two assistants for people. So they have. Once you then get into Malta, you're doing fine. You finished your BSc. It is just easy to get into Sweden and take your family with you. Your family have been waiting for you to finish and bring them, reunite with them. So if you cannot reunite your family down to Malta immediately after your BSc, so look at that. You remember when we did the first two videos, we did something. We mentioned that you can, your first year school fees has actually been taken care of while you were coming into Malta. Then the first year you take care of your second year. Your second year you take care of your third year. Your third year becomes spare. You have saving. On the fourth year, you start the process of admission for Sweden Masters program, which of course, since you have come to Europe and you did the BSc in Malta, then what you have is an equivalent, a degree that will be accepted, ECTS, general among the EU. And Sweden happens to be part of the Schengen, so your degree will be accepted. All you just have to do then, you start application for maybe the fall intake for Sweden the following year. All right. When you do that, you can then save towards that process. There are schools you can look at are affordable, though they will be around maybe 10,000, 9,000 to 10,000 euro equivalent per year, and they will allow you to pay first semester school fee. So let's say you are going for a school that is 10,000 euro per year and you have to pay 5,000 euro. You already have maybe spare of 5K for that your third year, and then you are now working full time while you're processing the whole stuff. So there's every tendency you could save as high as 7, 8, or 9. In addition to what you have, you could have up to 12, 13, 14. Depends on your energy, depends on what you're doing, depends on the rate. Once you have that, you pay your first semester school fees, you show your living expenses, which of course you can probably be able to afford, and then you process your family maybe to join you immediately or put them in the application, or you get in first, look for a job opportunity, and then ask them to come in immediately you find something doing, so you don't take your family straight up to and be stranded. But if you're a single person, as at the time you are doing BSc in Malta, and then once you're done with your BSc in Malta, you are still single, you want to now go pursue masters in affordable country that will not give you too much stress in the processing application stage, Sweden is a lovely option. It's a lovely option. You just have enough to take care of, even for the whole school fees for the 1 year. Most time, the masters are always about 18 months as well. Okay, but at least you're paying for the whole 1 year, which is about 10,000 euro, and you have something to take care of yourself for like the whole of 6 months or so before you get something doing. You have work experience in Europe while you were in Malta, so what do you expect? This is just why I felt beautiful options to also consider it. And I think it has also been like, if not the second, between the first and second, I think the second or the third. I'm looking at Iceland, number one, and Finland, number two, and Sweden or thereabout as one of the most happiest place to live in. They're very lovely. They also do very well in terms of hospitality. Okay, I think they have a lot of islands. We will do research about Sweden together when you want me to. They have a lot of what is it called? Highlands and opportunities. So if you do not mind that language aspect, where you can go to a country where English is not the official, you can thrive well, you can always do ways to learn language, you can be considering Sweden. All right. You actually can be looking at Sweden. This is just what I feel like brought to you. It's not going to be a long video. I know for sure it's something very short because it's simple. The admission process is straightforward. You are required to pay first semester school fees, and you pay your first semester school fees. You show your living expenses, and you are good to go. You start life right there in Sweden. You're married, then it's easy to bring your family in. I actually did something. I think I talked about the HND. I talked about the HND aspect of doing a top-up degree in Malta, or when you have, coming for 1 year program in Malta, top up or something. Even if you are not going for masters, back safe, even if you just have one OND, and then you come for 1 year program in Malta, HND, whatever thing you decide to even relocate to Sweden later on, you want to go with your family, you probably can come for a year program in Malta. Do the year program in Malta, postgraduate, top up, finish it. The following year, see if you have code savings from the one you have back home or the one your spouse is also keeping aside back home. The following year, both of you can just choose to still relocate together to Sweden if you do not mind it. All right. This is what I said I should bring to you. It's about motto and Johnny Pat BSc to Sweden. And I really hope you would also enjoy this one particular video about this country. I don't want to dwell more. Let me quickly give you two schools that I feel you can also look at, that I mentioned that in one of my videos before. Affordable family package. If I would drop the link of the video there, I said consider this country for affordable family package. I mean, Sweden and Austria were the countries I mentioned. And then I mentioned two schools you can look at that are very affordable. One of them is Uppsala University. And then I also mentioned Dalarna University. So those two schools are also very affordable. You can look at them even if you want to try undergraduate, and or even if you wish to try the masters, they are very affordable. So you can check those two schools out and see what you can get. And most time, always remember one thing: apart from other countries like Malta that have this that has a forced admission kind of January, May, July. Majority of the other countries in Europe do allow admission for 4 only for international students. Most time it's always 4. And Sweden, the best options to always look at is, I think that's what is common for international students, is the fall admissions. If you want to get it easier, if you want to get admissions, all the stuff, always look at fall admission, which is for like September. Okay. So when you start your plan, consider them and whenever you are applying for anything, tackling admission, always do it early enough. Start the whole process almost like 1 year ahead. That's the best way, the best shot to go about it and getting easily and faster than challenging other people while they're submitting late and they're already getting feed up, they're placing you on their wait list. So that's all I have for you. We'll be doing another video. I'll be doing another video talking about another country. And then let me know if you also want me to talk about that of Austria. But I think Austria, based on the current challenge, I may not look at it. We will look at another video. You can also consider, and I will tell you the country later. Don't worry now. Let's leave it for next video. I'll talk about the country later. Then until we meet in my next video, let me say thank you for watching and kindly subscribe, share to those who might want this information in case if it's not, you don't need it. Someone else might really need the information. Like, subscribe, share in case I post, you get the notifications and all that. Thank you. Till we meet in my next video, I want to say bye for now and ciao.